Balikan natin ang isa sa pinakamalalaking balita, posibleng umabot pa sa susunod na linggo ang nararanasang rotating blackout o brownout sa Luzon grid dahil sa manipis na supply ng kuryente. Kaugnay niyan, makakausap natin ang tagapagsalita ng National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, Cynthia Alabanza. Ma'am Cynthia, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Kalbaryo na sa COVID tapos kalbaryo pa sa kuryente. Ma'am, ano po ba yung problema natin ngayon?
Magandang gabi, no? Nakikita po talaga tayong malaking kakulangan ng supply. Sa beginning yesterday, nag-umpisa po tayo kahapon at nakikita po natin magpapatuloy yan hanggang Monday next week.
Okay, so Monday next week, June 7. But
yes,
is there
correct.
a possibility na baka lumampas pa sa June 7?
Well, right now po, no, ang naging problema dito ay napakaraming planta at malaking bahagi ng supply na nasa grid po ang nawala, unscheduled maintenance. So yun po, ang posibilidad niyan kung meron pa pong sumunod na mag-unscheduled, baka ho tumagal o lumala.
Okay, when you say baka tumagal o lumala, that could be until the middle of June.
Yes, actually yung grid operating maintenance natin, no, yung pinlano nating dapat na hindi sabay-sabay ang mga planta na nag-out. Dapat ho wala tayong magiging problema for supply at this time. Kung makikita ko base dun sa datos na nirelease ng Department of Energy earlier today, nawalan po tayo ng halos more than 4,000 megawatts. That represents 30% po ng demand for Luzon. Pero sa lahat po yan na 4,000 megawatts, nasa 400 plus lang po yung planado. The rest, or 90% of yung mga nawalang kuryente, yan po ay unplanned or unscheduled. So hindi po natin yan mape-predict. So maaari hong lumala kung sakaling meron pang dagdag na planta na emergency maintenance shutdown rin, or di kaya meron pa pong dagdag na mag-derate o mabawasan yung ginagawa nilang kuryente.
Of course, that is a real cause for concern, ma'am, because not just because of the heat, no, summer heat, you have COVID, like I was saying, no, kalbaryo left and right, no. Pero syempre, kumbaga, itong lahat ng mga problema na ito, alam naman po natin ito. We've been talking about this for decades, so we really do have a problem with supply, and that is rooted, ma'am, not just in dahil kulang ang power plants, pero may problema din tayo, ma'am, hindi po ba, sa finding all these sources of energy, of power, no, alternative sources of energy. Correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Kasi when you have a malaking kakulangan, palaging merong dapat backup kasi, no? So pag nag-fail ito, nag-trip ito, meron tayong backup. Wala tayong ganun.
Yeah, I'll explain that lang, no. NGCP now is supposed to engage or contract ancillary services. Ito ho yung madalas na sinatawag na backup. But really, it's not meant to augment supply or to replace yung mga base load or what people use for consumption. Those are two different concepts. And GCP is not allowed to buy and sell electricity for supply or base load. Ang yung kinakailangan ho iangkat ni NGCP, itong tinatawag na ancillary services, pangbalanse lang po yan, panandaliang pagkurap-kurap ng kuryente at obligasyon po ni NGCP bilang system operator na magkaroon ng kuryente para ho ma-stabilize yan. Pero hindi po kami maaaring umangkat ng kuryente o makipagkontrata para palitan yung supply for consumption o yung tinatawag nating base load, pamalit doon. Bawal ho yan sa ilalim ng batas.
Yes, ma'am. Understood. I'm sorry. What I was referring to was the entire energy industry, the entire situation where kulang lang talaga. That was what I was referring to. But thank you very much for that. Yes, for that very clear explanation. So you're saying that there is a possibility beyond June 7, posible, depende sa kung ano pang mangyari. And this is basically focused on Luzon. For Visayas and Mindanao, wala naman po tayong problema masyado.
wala tayo nakikitang problema sa Visayas and Mindanao for now. No, in fact, during the day, marami ho kasing power plant na solar dito sa Visayas. They help, no, because of the interconnection between Luzon and Visayas. Nag-i-import tayo, tumutulong ang Visayas during the daytime. However, at night, medyo mas mataas ang demand ni Visayas at night, so hindi po sila nakakatulong sa atin. But we don't see any problems in Visayas and Mindanao right now. Dito lang po talaga sa Luzon at napakainit, tapos sabay-sabay pa pong nag-off yung mga planta.
Right. All right. I just want to pick up, and my one last question, I just want to pick up on the word you used, tumutulong. No? So, syempre, hindi naman tayo helpless. No? There are ways that we can help. No? So, how can we help to alleviate the situation, to make it better, to make it easier for all of us?
Well, ang long-term solution talaga dito is yung pagpasok ng bagong baseload supply. I really emphasize baseload. It has to be for long-term, specific po for consumption. No? The more supply there is, meron po tayong buffer para pag sakaling pag nagkaroon ng maintenance, meron pa rin po tayong pagkukunan ng baseload. And if baseload is sufficient, then NGCP can also be able to contract the needed ancillary services. So talaga kung nakasalalay yung long-term solution dito with ensuring that we have enough power plants coming on board para to meet o sabayan no, yung tumataas na demand ng kuryente, because the demand for power doesn't ever go down. In fact, nung nag-COVID po, nagkaroon tayo ng quarantine because of COVID, nakita pa rin po natin na although nag-slow down yung pagtaas, tumataas pa rin po year on year. So it's very, very critical that our government authorities in charge of planning, they have to make sure that there is enough capacity coming in ahead of the supply, of the demand. Kasi po ang power plants may gestation period yan. So kinakailangan ng panahon para maitayo yan. In the short term, meron po naman tayong pwedeng gawin. Ang Meralco po may tinatawag na ILP or the Interruptible Load Program na hinihikayat niya o iniinganyo niya yung kanyang mga malalaking customer na may mga power generators na patakbuhin yung generator para hindi na sila humugot sa grid. Sa ganyang paraan, makakakontribute yan yung mga lalaking mall po, malalaking industriya. Kung hindi po sila huhugot sa grid, marami pa pong mga ibang consumer na wala namang generator na sila po ang makakakuha ng kuryente. At the level of the consumer, pwede rin po tayong mag-exercise ng tinatawag nating demand side management o yung mga ordinary household tipid tips. One of the most common and easiest to implement is yung pagbaba po natin ng temperatura or ng thermostat ng mga air conditioner natin. No? Marami ho akong kilala, even in my household, mahilig kong sobrang malamig, nasa 18 degrees ang thermostat tapos naka-sweater. So ako po personally, I exercise this. My thermostat is at 25 degrees and I augment with electric fans. And of course, the usual po, no, clean the filters of your aircon, yung mga blade ng electric fans, panatiliing malinis. Yung mga freezer natin, i-defrost natin kasi pag madumi ko itong mga equipment natin sa bahay, mas malaki ko at mas ang konsumo at inefficient po. So basic things like that po, makakatulong yan. It seems like maliit na bagay to, pero kung marami pong mga konsumante na sabay-sabay, tulong at mag-exercise ng basic common sense, efficient and prudent use of electricity, malaki ho ang maitutulong nito.
Very good reminder. So Cynthia Alabanza, spokesperson for the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines. Ma'am, thank you very much for joining us this evening.